Hello TikTokers, welcome to Real Law Talk. We're going to continue our series, games that CPS plays. It's called ACS in New York City, CPS all over the country. The goal of CPS is to put as much pressure on the parents as possible. The way they do this is by trying to keep the parents off balance. What they do is they come to your home at 2 in the morning. They talk to your neighbors about your case. In New York City, one of their favorite tactics is to tell the parent they have to be in court within 30 minutes on a work day. This is all designed to get you to break down and comply. Remember, CPS has two goals. If they can, they want to remove the children. Removing your kids and placing them in foster care earns them tens of thousands of dollars a year for each child. So your children are very valuable to this corrupt agency. Number two, if they can't legally remove your kids, they want to put you into programs, whatever they may be. They come up with useless programs. They have funding to feed these programs, usually by third-party administrators who have nothing to do with the case and know nothing about your case. They'll just say, come to this class. The government pays us to give you this class to make you a better parent. CPS corruption is about funding and money. So don't fall for it. As soon as an ACS worker or CPS worker contacts you, contact an attorney immediately and don't say a word. And of course, we're always recording the corrupt people every day. And that's Real Law Talk. Hello, TikTokers. Welcome to Real Law Talk. We're going to continue our series.
Every CPS interaction is a disability under the Americans with Disabilities Act. What do you mean? Well, the ADA defines a disability as a physical or mental impairment or a physiological condition that substantially limits one or more major life activities. CPS interactions interfere with and substantially limit thinking, breathing, communicating, interacting with others, caring for oneself, etc. And this is a problem. The ADA, Title II of the ADA, also strips immunity concerning ADA claims. So the CPS is without immunity concerning these claims. You need to use and learn to use the ADA to shut down CPS. They also use all of the prohibited acts in 42 U.S. Code 12203B. They use coercion, they use intimidation, they use threats, and they use interference with your ADA. They're creating the disability of substantially limiting your major life activities. And then they're using that disability against you in a discriminatory way to exclude you from equal access to the services of the state. They have unlimited funds. You don't. They're not offering you access to their funds.
You guys, what Child Protective Services doesn't want you to know, Part 4. How many of you feel like you're alone in the fight? How many of you feel like you're a bad parent because you're going through this bullshit? Even though you're not, you're probably a really good parent. I actually want to show you a story that will show you how corrupt CPS really can be. Let's go. So if you go to parentalrights.org, you're going to come to this article, The Corrupt Business of Child Protective Services. This article was done by Nancy Schaefer back in 2008. It's a while ago, but it's still relevant. You guys pause this summary and read it. You guys, that is 300 cases in Georgia alone and hundreds more across the nation. You guys, if you go to this website and you read this article, it is very, very disturbing. Oh, and just so you know, only 27% of CPS agents are actually licensed. You guys, never let a CPS agent in your home without a warrant. Have a good day.
CPS, Child Protective Services. Doesn't it sound great? And I'll be the first one to tell you, having dealt with Child Protective Services, that I've seen them do good work. And I'm also going to be the first and probably only attorney to tell you that if you did a ratio analysis of power, authority, and control to grossly underqualified and improperly trained employees, that I've yet to come across an agency that is more dangerous and devastating to an innocent family unit than Child Protective Services. The lesson is, don't ever go talk to a social services worker, investigator, or detective from Child Protective Services or DSS, Department of Social Services, without an attorney present. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. And I already know that some of you are going to get into my comment section like, oh, here's another dirty attorney telling people how to get away with stuff. And I just want you to know that you should shut your mouth because you don't know what you're talking about, okay? You're good at what you do. I'm good at what I do. This is my wheelhouse. The stories I could tell you of the devastation caused by these morons, just don't do it, okay? Child Protective Services. The lesson is, don't ever go talk to a social services worker, investigator, or detective from Child Protective Services or DSS, Department of Social Services, without an attorney present. Don't do it. Don't ever do it. And I already know that some of you are going to get into my comment section like, oh, here's another dirty attorney telling people how to get away with stuff. And I just want you to know that you should shut your mouth because you don't know what you're talking about, okay? You're good at what you do. I'm good at what I do. This is my wheelhouse. The stories I could tell you of the devastation caused by these morons, just don't do it, okay?